Hello, MSU Bobcats. We are back with another week of Montana State R6. We got Montana State taking on Texas A&M White this week. It's gonna be an interesting match for sure. Both of these teams 0-1. Last week, Texas A&M losing to Baylor 7-5, 8-6, and Montana State losing to Oklahoma 7-3, 7-4. Quick rundown of the map bans as we get rolling here is that Montana State had the first ban. They banned Cafe. Texas A&M banned Consulate. Montana State banning Chalet. A&M banning Nighthaven. Then Montana State picking the Lair, a map we haven't seen a lot of in the collegiate season, this or past, but it is available, so Montana State picks it. Skyscraper picked by A&M, and then Montana State bans the Club. Texas A&M bans the Border, which leaves us Bank as our decider. So, with that being said, probably time to welcome in my co-caster for the day, Atomic. Atomic, your
Hello.
opening thoughts. What do you want to see today?
Um, just a clarification. What two teams does Texas A&M have?
So Texas A&M actually has a few teams. They've got Maroon, which is their A team, and that's in CR6 Premier. This, I believe, is their B team. Made playoffs last year. I should have done a little extra research to know about that. But one second, just letting them know that we are ready for them to start.
Nice.
Okay. So yeah. Sorry, a little bit sidetracked there as we get some lobby organization done behind the scenes here. But then yeah, so Texas A&M, this is their white team, which I believe is their B team. And then they have black and gray. And to be honest, I'm not sure which one is 3 or 4. I think they're kind of relatively even, to be honest. But yeah, a 4-team club. Wouldn't that be nice?
Damn. Yeah.
Right?
That's cool.
So yeah, I think we are any second to get going here.
Should probably open
Maybe.
the Twitch stream too.
I'm gonna switch this over to our game screen here. There's a little hang up as the players get their moss going. Now you can see today's lineups as we sit here. But yeah, we'll see if we can get Bravo to set some team names. Hopefully, but we'll see what happens. But yeah, so like I said last week, Texas A&M losing a very close game with Baylor, 7-5, 8-6. That was on Nighthaven, Labs, and Clubhouse, I believe, was the 8-6. And then Oklahoma beating Montana State last week, 7-3, 7-4. That was on Labs and Chalet. Was that
Yeah,
Chalet?
that was
Now I'm second guessing myself, but I think it was
no.
Chalet.
It was. Oh wait. Oh no, I don't know
No,
either.
certainly it was Chalet. I just ran through the rest of the maps in my head. We definitely didn't play anything else. I remember that now.
Well, I just know Gold played Chalet, so that's why I was like second guessing myself. But
What, a Montana State team playing Chalet? We would never.
ugh.
Chalet's a great map. Chalet is my personal favorite of the comp maps. Skyscraper's probably my second favorite. We at least get to see that tonight.
Yeah, I'm
Yeah,
excited for Sky. I know that
yeah.
they have some pretty good strats going in. So
Yeah, I'm super excited to see how. Okay, those are. What is happening in the all chat? We got random team names. They just say Raven Shield and Rogue Spear. I don't know why.
that is default. That is
Yeah,
a
those are
default,
those are the
man.
Ubisoft defaults. Clearly, our lobby leader here, Bravo, letting us down a little bit. But Such
Bro,
is life. You may see the stream freeze here a little bit.
Rainbow Six
Just for
lore
a
check.
second. Alright, sorry, we are back now. Ah, cannot set the team names, unfortunately.
Bruh.
Sometimes that happens, a little bit of a Ubisoft moment. But such is life. Ah, and it saves the default names over the top. Okay. Well,
Lore
map 1,
accurate siege.
welcome to Lair. It will be interesting to see what these two teams have planned. Like I said, when we first announced those bans and picks, Lair not a very often picked map. We haven't seen a lot of it at the Six Invitational recently, so maybe we got some IGLs cooking up strats from that behind the scenes. But oh no, and the lobby's been set to West.
Oh, shit.
Oh no.
Poor Hayden. Oh, I love how they just
And
left.
we will be rehosting the lobby. Yay!
Classic.
F's in chat for our lobby leader.
Lore
All right.
accurate.
Well, we'll hopefully be back in like 60 seconds with a lobby that actually works. We'll see you right around the corner. All right, welcome back. We are back in a lobby that, as long as the host didn't set it to West again, will be much better. And look, we even got nice team names. How about that?
Let's go. Let's go.
All right, are we on Central? Can we check? Ubisoft? Ubisoft not letting me check.
Mm,
Based on the fact that this guy's got 18 ping, I'm gonna say we're on Central.
and Kevin has like
Yeah,
300. Yeah.
sometimes that's just the loading things. Yeah, Central US. There we go. Ubisoft server's having a good day. I'm only getting 71, 78. Usually I'm getting like 95 to Central, so we are loving that. Same band, same Blackbeard band from Texas A&M. So apparently the region server you play in doesn't change their ban. Shocking information there. Will we see the Ying band from Montana State again? Yes, we will.
Yeah.
Now I think I left the lobby right before their defender ban last time, so I can't say anything super prophetic here about what they're gonna ban anymore. But
Hopefully Cade, or I guess we'll see.
Yeah, you might see something like a Cade. You might see something just kind of taking one of those like sort of annoying operators off too. Something like a Fenrir. Um, right
Yeah,
on
that's
cue.
fair.
Right on cue. There comes the Fenrir ban. Yeah, no Valorant Fade util for any of the defenders. Oh, did I say that out loud? We all know where you got the idea, Ubisoft. It's okay. It still made a good operator. And Valk the ban from Texas A&M, as one of our MSU players, Fainted, is from Texas, so he's chatting up these Texas A&M guys. They're talking about a little DFW area stuff, but now we actually get some action. So time for round one, and we'll see what these teams are cooking up for Lair. Looks like Texas A&M is planning to go with that top floor site first. I think that's pretty standard for Lair. Admittedly, one of the maps I know a little bit less about, but
I like the Wamai pick here too. I think Wamai is pretty strong this season.
yeah, Wamai just very strong all around, honestly. Whether it's on Lair, whether it's on a different map, I think, you know, having just like, oh, I need nade catch now, and you just chuck it out there, it's too good to pass up in my opinion. I used to be my main though, so you might have to ask somebody who's less biased.
Yeah. The only thing is that they only have what, one shotgun and it's a shorty. Well, they have a bailiff too, but still it slows them down quite a bit.
True. Yeah, so it looks like no,
Oh,
we do have
Mute does have
the mute shotgun and the bailiff on the dock actually to help out as well.
And impact. I guess that was completely wrong. Scratch that.
Yeah, and 2 impacts on Wamai, although you probably don't want to burn those in the prep phase. You want those for later. Be interesting to see, are they going to play this dock and Wamai kind of toward ops in just the hope to keep that space, or it does look like the Wamai will play over there. The dock, not so much. Dock going to go play on, maybe he's just setting some barbed wire. So, relatively bunkered in hold, but that's kind of the way this top floor site plays. Wamai going to get pretty aggressive here, it looks like, with that window already open. Let's take a look in his view here. You see that nice tight angle.
Nice.
Stay clear of the blast zone.
Oh.
Maggots ready. Let them come.
See the buck going underneath here, just trying to add a little bit of extra pressure, start opening up those walls. Grimby's maybe coming out, but I think they get mute jammed.
Oh, no.
Ooh, first bullet's out from Wamai. And is he going to get the second here? He's not.
Nice,
Fainted,
nice,
going to
nice.
get the down. Ooh,
Oh,
but gets
no.
traded out. And with the dock here, that's a trade that favors Texas A&M any day of the week. As Doc just
Yeah.
picks Wamai right back up to full health.
That was a hard place to get a trade on the door anyways, but...
For sure. Relented underneath. Ooh, and he's found
Oh.
by Palm Tree.
That's just...
Fast bandit trick there, too. Very well done from Q. Ooh, but a
job,
nice
Brandon.
shot by Bravo. Just to, yeah, I think that was just reaction time and a little bit of gut instinct, and that's about it. As those 2 bullets came out and then just cleaned up right back the other way.
Yeah. He almost baited him with the thermite, like he was...
Almost, yeah. Goo mine gonna go off, but not under too much pressure right now. 2v4, tough to deal with here, though. See the drone coming out from Bravo here is Spirit Fox just holding an angle, still taking their time, being methodical about it.
They've just got really good crosses. It's gonna be hard to go in.
And that's the problem with being numbers down early, as
Yeah.
Dread gonna pick up the last 2 kills of the round, and it's 1-0 for Texas A&M.
Alright, well, next pick is gonna be Lab. This is pretty pretty predictable.
Yep. Into the basement we go. Very expansive basement on there. Nice big floor, lots of space to work with.
Yeah, Jabber Zombie is really strong.
Yep, yeah, this is the new era of Siege. Bring a mute so they can't drone you, bring a tub so that you keep walls closed, bring in a zombie because the gun rips and she's useful. Like,
Yeah. Honestly, I wish they would buff Mozzie a little bit more, because Mute just gets
well,
old.
I mean, he's got the 4 pests. I mean, I don't know how much more you can do, right? Like,
It's just his gun is, like, pretty nerfed, I think, the Commando.
the Roni having such a small mag size is like does make it tough, right? But the Commando's not bad. And the Roni's good. It's just like you have to hit your shots.
Yeah. I wonder if they're gonna send upstairs. Obviously the Vigil, but maybe Goyo too.
Yeah, I would expect to see the Vigil roaming here. 5
seconds left before
You'd think one other, but sometimes you see this played pretty bunkered up still, as it looks like it will be just the Vigil headed up the stairs here for the time being. Grab that hatch. A little bit of a delayed prep phase there, but not
missing
too
the other
much
hatch,
of an issue.
too. We'll see. Yeah, they left the other hatch off. That's curious.
Yeah, sometimes you got a plan. We do have. It sounded like a boss G. Yeah, it was. Okay, Vigil on the boss G. Gonna take about 50 damage there. Not actually sure who that came from. It must have been the Deimos of Fainted upstairs. It was. It's just a very slow, methodical start for Montana State here. And Vigil cut down. That was very awkward timing there. Sorry about that weird camera glitch. I've never had that happen to me before. Great shot by Fainted that we were about 1/10 of a second too late to see, and he'll hop on the drone, see what space can be taken next.
I wonder what Hibana's plan is. Maybe.
I think too, you probably want to come get this hatch right over the A site here. I would think that's almost for sure. You'll see this ram start to open a lot of this vertical in the floorboards, just repositioning that to send it slightly different way. But Fainted
nice.
just gonna go get active. Says, what? Vert? Hatches? Nah, I have a gun, thanks.
The Hibana pick here is really smart, unless they muted
Yeah,
that wall.
you don't need a ton of hard breach for this site. You can, right? Yeah, I've even seen double hard breach brought for this site, but you just... He does fine, okay. Interesting. Goyo just on the prowl here. You hear that ram going off. That'll be the vertical being opened. And Fainted finds another. I thought his next fight was going to be here, but now I'm curious. Now the Goyo targeted by Deimos. And here comes the breach. And he'll back off, but he is a little bit damaged. And downed. And down he goes. And that's going to leave Q in a 4v1.
Drop the bomb diffuser.
And Fainted. Finishing it out. A 4K for Fainted that round. Just
Nice job.
telling everybody else, relax, I got this. I'll do it myself, right? Like, we don't need the rest of this. Easy does it. An absolute demon on the Deimos. And looks like Texas A&M going to repeat that site. Maybe they got a little... They definitely have something up their sleeve here as they switch up 3 of the operators. We still see the Mute and the Vigil, but now we get a Castle, a Malusi, and a Smoke to go with it. So, seems like some slowdown util there, in my opinion. Be interesting to see what changes in the setup here so that they can hopefully keep the Deimos from just walking down and picking up 4 kills. I think that's probably what they want to avoid.
Going for basement again.
Yep. Looks like Montana State just kind of droning out this upper floor early. Vigil arrived up pretty late last time, kind of dodged a lot of those drones. He's Vigil, he might have dodged them anyway if he had shown up early, but you'll see here he spends the prep phase down and then he comes up these stairs. And it looks like maybe we'll get the smoke or the mute playing on the stairs on the northwest side of the map here. Looks like we might get a smoke there, yeah. And Vigil will come back up to his spot where he was last round. Does look like they're going to grab both hatches this time too, so slight difference there as well. Bravo on the Habana here, just going to drone in, see if there's a little bit of space to be taken here on this first floor. You'd think based off what he's seeing right now, there definitely is. But he does find the Vigil. Okay, so now they know. One upstairs at least. Fainted maybe getting ready to go for this Deimos scan here, but obviously if you can save it, you'd love to, and you'd love to just pick this out with your regular drones. But here comes the scan. And there comes the kill. So that settles the Vigil down pretty quick. Needs to be aware here. Got a smoke on the stairs, and there's that smoke. So trade each way. The roamer gone for Texas A&M, but the main entry gone for Montana State. You see this vertical coverage being opened up over the site here with these Ram boogie charges. 4v4, still over a minute left, so tons of time for whatever either side wants to accomplish here.
Yeah, we already burned both the Rams too. Not great.
Yeah, all Ram charges out. As a kill comes out from the Ram,
Nice.
must have been through that vertical coverage. And it looks like Montana State may be just planning to kind of stack up into these stairs here. Looks like Mute going to be the one tasked with defending that push.
What the hell is Castle doing? Just going on a flank, or?
Looks like Castle going back up. Maybe going to try to play that vert if Montana State leaves it. Ooh, a very good shot. But we do see the Mute dropped by Bad on the Ram. So a 3v2, but late round now for Montana State.
15 seconds remaining.
And here comes that late flank. Castle gonna get one, but won't
Nice.
get both. And now
5 seconds.
Defuse needs to get down though. Just no time here for Montana State. They press for the kill. Oh, and it's about a half second late. Texas A&M gonna win a very, very close round. Even though Montana State numbers up, it'll make it 2-1 for A&M.
Damn. That triple is clean though, by Bad.
Yeah, no kidding. A very good story of just individual rounds right now, really, with Fainted having the 4K, Bad having the 3K. Texas A&M a little more spread out so far as the kills. Everybody already got one up on the board, but yeah, that's a very close round. I mean, I don't think it could come hardly any closer than that, literally down to probably a half second, and that gunfight registers a kill one way or the other. But
Yeah.
the timer, unfortunately, does not extend just because you're about to take a gunfight. So.
And that basement site, like, they were kind of designed to win that one, unfortunately.
Yeah, exactly. That's Texas A&M gets exactly what they want out of that hole, right? They bring the Malusi, the Castle, the Smoke. They have all this different delay stuff, and then you win a round on time. That's what you're set up to do there. So with the 2 rounds going, after that top floor win, we're going to see Texas A&M come back to the top floor site that they won very cleanly in round 1. Looks like a very similar hold, but no dock this time. So Amira opt for instead. Probably Amira to play on that ops window. Let's see if we can spot it out from this one. Yes, you see the mirror window there on that ops wall. Be interesting to see if Montana State makes adjustments to that attack or just says, oh, we didn't really run it right last time. Let's see if we can just run it a little bit better this time around. Looks like lots of pressure early on this Wamaya. So he just tries to keep ops safe. See more magnets coming out. A lot of Grimbees coming out. That's going to make this a very stressful spot to play for the Wamaya here.
Ew.
They do know the Wamaya's here. That's why we have this big util dump.
The cheeky little hold.
Spirit Fox just waiting for that breach. It's nice we can spectate all of our players today. Relented firing some bullets in through the roof. Does make the kill stick right at the end of the clip. Snacks that headshot onto Solius on the Wamai. So that's going to clear out some space here. But it looks like maybe Montana State now backed off that room anyway. So maybe it won't matter quite as much.
Ooh.
Looks like they come below and pick up the buck. So it's going to be a 4v4, about 1:10 left in the round still. Tons of time.
That was from the vert too.
It was actually. You see the bandit there on a lot of damage, you're right. Big nitro. Looks like that came from underneath. And looks like Montana State going for that main breach here. But it's going to be tubbed. So not going to get it. Ooh, clean shot by Bad through the head holes. Still needs to be aware of this mute below, though.
Yeah, I'm wondering if he even
And there's the Mira, actually, from a longer angle. As it's unfortunate timing. I think they lost the thermite charge to that electricity coming back on after the tub and the EMP. Very unfortunate here. And Bravo gunned down by that same Mira, so that's going to leave Spirit Fox in a 1v3 with just 20 seconds.
Same guy.
And he's not going to be able to make it stick. He looks one way, Mira goes the other. And another clean top floor hold for Texas A&M takes us to a 3-1 score.
A nice try. I think they should have brought something to counter that Mira, like maybe an Ash or something, but Blitz, that's an interesting choice from Relented. See how he uses that.
Keeping in mind here that we are going to be on the mid floor because basement won 2 rounds ago, top floor won last round, so they do have to go mid floor. Looks like they're going to go bunks briefing here. Looks like we swapped off the Blitz as well over to a Flores, so
I saw that.
something a little more default.
Blitz is just hard to play on a mid site because it's just hard to manage that.
So far, I think it's been those 2 top floor holds have been very solid from Texas A&M, but you know I think you're a half second away from 2-2 here. I don't think you're unhappy if you're Montana State, but you are down 2 rounds, so you have to make one of these next 2 stick. Tertiary site, probably your best opportunity to do that, although you have been close on basement should they choose to go back there on the next round. But just kind of interesting to see
5 seconds left before insertion.
if they do kind of end up in this 4-1 or even 5-1 scenario, what the fight back is going to look like for Montana State. So you'd think they really need this round to sort of avoid that situation.
I love seeing all the shotguns.
Right? Just shotgun, shotgun, shotgun. Yeah, 4 of them out for Texas A&M right now, although 2 of them were super shorties, to be fair. And a boss tree, as we all know, that's a sniper, not a shotgun. So.
Boshi is cursed.
But very powerful as well. Looks like we're going for a Mav trick here. Interesting. Okay, so we've got a Mav on the exterior wall here.
Target detected. 2nd floor.
Quiet.
See a little bit of that technique for the Mav trick there. As that wall looks like it hasn't gone soft, so he's missed a piece here somewhere. Not sure where. Not sure why it's gone soft, but they'll put the thermite on the other side. Just deal with it that way. Meanwhile, upstairs we've got a pretty significant fight going on as Fainted on the Deimos here, just trying to find this mute. I think it was mute. It sure is.
Bomb located by attackers.
This is quite the stacked up setup from A&M on this top floor. As the drone comes out, it's probably going to find something here.
The pruning up top is kind of crazy.
Lots of drones coming out. You hear another one even behind Fainted here.
Attackers recovered the diffuser.
Few bullets, so he knows something's here. And Bad just cut down by the shotgun of Mute. But Bravo does find one back. So a 2v4 for Montana State. Not an ideal situation. Oh man, that looks like he was on his head, but instead it's Q taking both kills and a 4-1 lead for Texas A&M.
I was gonna say, like, that outline, it just made it look like the one that had him, but...
It did, yeah. It looked like he was on his head, but... Yeah, things that'll happen when you're on 26 ping and your opponent's on 84, I suppose.
Yeah. Going back to basement this time.
Yeah, so this
Warden is a new pick.
Warden is a new pick. So this is the site where Montana State's attacks have had maybe the most power. Winning their first, and then that second one, like we have been sort of referencing, coming down to the very last second of the timer, basically, and that gunfight just not sticking. So interesting to see here if we get something similar, where it looks like Montana State a little more control. Both of those rounds enabled by very strong individual rounds, right? The first one from Fainted, the second one from Bad. So it'd be interesting to see, do they get another individual play, or is it more of a team play around this time to build into this
10
attack?
seconds remaining.
We're all set. Banshee deployed.
5 seconds to insertion.
Looks like pretty similar stuff from A&M here.
Attackers must locate.
Although it looks like the Warden will actually be upstairs. So 2 up on this hold rather than the one we saw the first 2 times this site was held. Last time that Vigil did get kind of stuck on an island, so I like that change. But of course, as I say that, it looks like Warden's going to go running back downstairs. So never mind. Now this is a change. We got Vigil and Castle all the way up on the second floor here. Warden's still just kind of hanging around on the first. Does he have a vert hole here? Just calling the entries, it looks like. And he'll come back down.
Really hard angle to hold.
See,
Looking upstairs.
relented on the blitz here, just gonna come flying through and not finding anything yet, but I think we're probably not too far away. Why is the shield not making noise? It's very confusing. And there's one, and there's 2 as the Blitz and the Deimos combine to get both top floor roamers. They win that little 2v2 battle, and now the Deimos going to target Warden too.
Yeah, like, just get so much space. They basically have both the top floors now.
Yep. Does look like they need to... Yep, there goes the hatch with those Hibana pellets. Sen's just firing some bullets, kind of keep this Warden in place, and here comes the Blitz. Nitro out. Shoot the cam. Ram charges go to open up some vert over this basement site. And I think Warden at this point is... Oh, he is starting to aggress back up here. What will he find? Cut down by the Bearing 9 on Bravo's Hibana. Bravo taking some damage, but a 5v2, you can definitely afford that. Leaving it all on Pontree and Gorgony here. We've seen this angle on the last basement hold. He played this very well. As the Blitz comes flying through, they're going to plant behind that Sense wall, but it's cut down by Pontree. Traded out almost immediately.
Attackers recovered the...
And blinded and killed by the blitz unrelented. So there's your blitz rush. Montana State able to use that very effectively to at least get that 2-4 split on the attacking half here on Lair as we swap sides. Thoughts on the first half, Atomic? No thoughts on the first half from Atomic.
Bruh, my mic has been muted for how long? I was like yapping to myself.
It is all good.
I was just a little bit weak on attack, but that's kind of like our pattern, unfortunately.
Yeah, I mean, I think
So-
we've seen that out of this Montana State team in the past, right? Very strong defensive halves and sometimes some weaker attack halves. But I think also, right, you look at like last week's game against Oklahoma, that was very much the pattern too, right? Where it was like, oh, we've won 3 defenses, but we only win 1 attack, that kind of thing. And then we get 7 forward. But also just a map that I don't think we've seen Montana State play. Maybe they did play it once last year, I think. And I believe Texas A&M only playing it once last season as well. So not a super common map for either of these teams. Generally, when you're a little more uncomfortable on a map, it's going to trend defender-sided. So I don't think 4-2 is the end of the world here. Just got to get your 4-2, take it to overtime, and see if you can hold out. Because Montana State, if we were to go to overtime, will get that defensive round first.
Yeah. And honestly, I think that they're gonna do fine, especially on a defender-sided map. Like defense is already our strong suit. Then we're pretty much set up. But
Yeah,
we'll see how it plays out.
Exactly.
They could be like some really kooky attackers. So not gonna
you never know. Sometimes the setups are a little bit crazy. Looks like we've got a Mira and an Echo, along with the normal Bandit and Smoke, and a Legion. Very bunkered up hold here, outside. Well, no, actually, it's just very bunkered up. All 5 up on the top floor here. Echo may be the most extended here, as well as the Mira. Gonna get Yana droned out. Don't worry, that's not a real operator. That's just a clone.
Getting that Mira out so fast though is, I think that's what we were lacking on our last attack. It's just
yeah, I think
countering
that's
the Mira at all.
such an important part of this top floor hold, right? Is like being able to just break the glass on this Mira window and make it a little bit tougher to play here. Right, and now you see they're long gone, but he has no way to know.
Yeah. I'm gonna see this Buck does. Hopefully not.
Yep, they're going to
Too
go
aggressive,
underneath, try to
but-
buck him out. He's going to fire some early shots. Try to scare that Buck off, but... Ooh, and just leans back into the angle. Cut down by Dread on that Ash. Dread's had a very good game so far.
That's 73.
So Bandit going to be pushed off, so no trick here. Main breach is open. 5v4 for A&M, but only a minute left in the round to actually take control of this site. Late round, they are going to have those Echo drones to contend with, as well as those smoke canisters. Shots coming out from Bad here. Will he be able to make a kill stick? Smoke comes out as kill goes out on Relented. Now a 5v3. Bravo cut down. Bad not able to make the kill stick either. That's going to leave it all on Spirit Fox and a 1v5. And the Mossberg just misses a little bit. A flawless round for Texas A&M to take it to 5-2.
Well, let's see what they do. Maybe they go downstairs or they try it again. I'm not sure.
I would guess, yeah, it looks like we will see that downstairs site now. Maybe feeling confident. We attacked it well. Maybe we'll defend it well too. And just kind of a mental reset. You don't, like, when you get flawless, it's really tough to just go straight back into the site and be like, yeah, we'll just do that. Like, it's fine, right? We're just going to make these changes and, like, that'll fix it. Can be a little bit hard, but you get that round in between to reset. It becomes a lot easier. So probably why they keep continuing through the rotation here.
Activating jammer.
Looks like we might get a double hard breach set up from A&M. So we talked about that when Montana State was attacking. They were just bringing the Habana, but I was mentioning you've seen the double hard breach here before, and of course now as I say this, A&M going to switch off the double hard breach to something pretty frag heavy, I would say. You got a Ram and an Ash, you got double R4C options there, so always a very, very powerful gun in the hands of the attackers. And then you got Buck and Deimos as well. So, and even Habana, the Type 89's a great gun, but you do need to bring some hard breach. So, yeah, I mean, I think a very gun-heavy lineup for Texas A&M here.
Babes are in position. We have some time. Kiva successfully deployed.
A 3 up hold, kind of 2.5. The smoke kind of plays around the stairs, but Montana State a little more roam here than we saw from Texas A&M on this site, but that does occasionally leave you susceptible to getting rushed. Doesn't look like that's what A&M's going here for, though, as they start taking top floor space. Looks like 4 bodies into the top floor here, too, so want to be 100% sure that they do all their due diligence here. Just a very methodical approach. Just a little bit of vertical coverage from the Buck here. You pop into his view. Almost catches the Azami. That's really close. That'll push that Azami out a little bit. She is going to barricade it, but that could just be ripped off with that skeleton key if they so choose.
Barrier activated.
Looks like maybe that barrier kind of misflew there for Fainted, as now Texas A&M swarming into this first floor. He is going to be Deimos tracked, is Fainted. Just going to hold this tight angle. Ooh, not able to make the shot stick, but basically a bullet of damage each way, and now here comes Deimos down the stairs. And Gorgoni gets 2 quick ones. Relented with a lot of pressure around him here. Tries to pick the backside fight, not able to make it stick, so a 2v3 now for Montana State. With just Bad and Spirit Fox left alive. A lot of vert coverage over this site,
Attackers
too.
have located a bomb. Attackers recovered the diffuser.
And Bad just firing a few bullets there. Ooh, almost gets the pick. Doesn't quite.
Seconds to go.
I'm really curious. to see
Doesn't
what he's
hear
doing
the
there.
10
cross.
seconds to go.
And it's going to be an Echo Drone to try to deny this plant. Might be
5
just a
seconds
little
to go.
bit late.
Attackers are
And it
activated.
is. So that means a
try.
1v3 here for Spirit Fox.
Kevin can do this though.
Swaps to that bearing 9.
This dude has gotten so much better.
And does he know about this one to his left here? Should now. Here's the sound. Oh, that's
nice
an ace.
try.
An ace for Gorgony from Texas A&M. Apparently, this basement site is just Deimos' playground. We saw Fainted with the 4K on it the first time Texas A&M went down. Now we see Gorgony with the ace. So, yeah. There you go. Tips for your own ranked games. If they go basement on lair, click Deimos. So now we will see Montana State go back upstairs. Like I said, just a little bit of that mental reset. You know, you play a slightly better round downstairs. It hinged on a couple picks, you know, Bad just barely missing those shots with the SMG-11. Relented very close on those shots with the Vigil. Right, you're not far off there, so now it's a lot easier to just sort of be reset back onto this top floor.
Rockets ready. Wall fortified.
Also, sorry if my game sound has been very weird on the stream. I'm only hearing like voice lines, guns, and then the occasional random footsteps. So
Bomb located by
if you're hearing like half the
10
game
seconds
sound
left.
and not half the other, I've got the same thing. It's just a little bit of a
5
Ubisoft
seconds to
moment,
go.
but we do what we can. At least we can spectate all the players today. So
Attackers are moving
we have a
to
better
defuse the
cast
bomb.
than we had last week when we couldn't spectate Relented at all.
We brought the Wamai instead of Echo, which I think is the better
Yeah,
choice.
swap the Echo for a Wamai. Still play this mirror window. Something we saw Texas A&M lean into with this top floor hold. So maybe just taking a page out of their book here.
I really wish they would have brought a mute for the Mira, but
The mirror window's valuable. I think if you're gonna bring the mute, you probably bring it instead of the smoke or the Malusi. But it's one of those
Yeah.
things. It just kind of depends on what you're going for, right?
that's what I meant. I'm like
Yeah.
seeing the smoke, I'm like, oh, that should have been a mute probably, but they just had the same exact ash they did the first attacking round, but
Mm-hmm. That's true. That's true. Shots coming out from Bravo. Not gonna make him stick. Probably, yeah. Suspects there's somebody down on that door. He's right, although they weren't standing in it this particular time. As you see, are gonna take this ops space here. Ash coming in on the weak side. That's gonna give Spirit Fox just a little bit of pressure here. He says, I don't need to peek this right now. I'll just tuck in. 5v5 still with a minute and a half left. And fight coming out between Bandit and Buck here. A lot of damage traded, but no kill. However, the Buck does keep him off of the trick. So that main breach is open. As Relented picked up a kill. I actually didn't see where that was. That's my apologies to Relented for missing that one. Looks like he's going to just rotate back underneath here. We're going to hear a long shot onto Bad. Gets it down. That's not going to affect Bad very much as he was down to close to 20 health anyway. So if he can be picked back up, not a big concern. But they do need to actually get that res off. As the drones come out here.
Time to make a new door. Impact!
Wow, the thermite charge, team kill. I don't think I've ever seen that happen before. Dread on very low health, and the thermite charge blows him up as he gets too close to it. That is different.
that's crazy.
So a 5v3 as he all chats, I dumb. Nitro from underneath. Will it blow? They do stick the plant, so 5v3 for the 5v2 now for this post plant. Great pick on the backside from Relented, but they have a lot of work to do here still to get to this diffuser. They do still have a smoke grenade left. They could try to push these two off with that. Great play by Feynid, using that outside rotate, and that's the stick as Spirit Fox gonna take the defuse. It'll be 6-3, a little bit of fight back from Montana State.
Disabled the bomb diffuser. Bomb defusing attempt failed. Defenders win.
Woo, woo, woo. I whiffed so hard. Poor Kevin.
It's okay, Spirit Fox, you got to stick the defuse, so the whiff doesn't matter. Defuses win rounds. So do kills, but
Going mid now.
mid floor with a clash. That's a choice.
What is
Be
going
interesting.
on?
Be interesting to see what happens here. And he's like, you know what? I attacked mid floor with a shield. What if I defend it with a shield?
Attackers need to locate.
I don't think that's how it works.
bombs as
Blitz
they
and
can.
Clash are pretty different, but we have seen some Clash played at the Invitational that's happening right now. So I mean, if you can play it at Worlds, like, it's a playable operator, right?
Swapping mags! Loading new mag!
The upstairs Clash
Bomb located by
definitely
attackers.
interesting as well. Looks like
I
this
would
is
love to be in their call right now.
yeah, no kidding.
Ugh.
Definitely looks like a top-heavy
5
hold
seconds to
here
go.
from Montana State. As you know, any round now
Attackers are heading
for
out to
Texas
defuse the
A&M
bomb.
is going to end this map. So got to be perfect from here on out, but that is doable. Just very tough. As we see, looks like 3 roamers, 2 down. The Clash just going to hunt around to try to slow people down here.
Splash partnered with anyone?
Not at the moment, but I think she's just sort of around, waiting for the call to, hey, can you help me over here? Or maybe the Buck will hop in and she'll find the Buck. You never know.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
Right, here we go. Clash, here's that barricade punch. Okay, let me come this way. And there goes Thermite. Sees a Clash, says, no thanks. Leaves.
Which is totally
Ooh.
valid.
1 kill each way over here, assuming that down does get finished off.
Located target.
Fainted gets one, but gets downed.
Ash is just
And
toying.
is finished off.
And the Clash is alone upstairs now? Oh.
No, Castle's up here as well. Castle
Okay,
up here
okay.
as well. Holding a very tight angle here. He is low health, so he's got to be careful. Gets a bullet of damage off, but can't stick. He's gonna...
It's gonna be tough. Yep.
And yep, there goes the Clash from behind, and that'll make it a 2-on-4 now for Montana State. Is Bad gonna try to retake some space upstairs? Will he find any?
Ready to breach.
One close on his left here.
Oh, oh!
Gets one. Spirit Fox able to help finish those out. A 2v1
got it.
now.
Kevin, turn
And
around! Kevin,
he's
turn
gonna run
around.
away and hop out. So this is maybe a time kill play here. I don't hate it. Maybe you try to make that kill stick, but you don't have to.
Come on, Kevin, you got. Oh,
Oh, and
that
just
was
cut
big.
down by the Thermite. So
That
that
was
is
big.
map for Texas A&M taking this 7-3 on Lair. Next map will be Skyscraper. I think we are going to be taking a short break in between maps. I think. I don't know. I could be wrong. We will see here in just a second. Your final scoreboard here. Good game. All around. Very balanced out. Ubisoft could maybe put us back into the lobby. There we go. I would assume by the 3 that left that we are going to be taking a little bit of a break. And we will be back for map 2.
Where'd y'all go?
See
I have
you
no idea where
in a little bit. Well, welcome back as I adjust our scoreboard up in the top here. Don't mind me. And sorry, had to mute my mic while I coughed there too. So here we are, map 2. Texas A&M taking that first map 7-3 on Lair. They got to defend first, so we are swapping sides here. Montana State defending first on Skyscraper, as it was Texas A&M's map pick. See the first band come out from Texas A&M. It's Ying. Ying very powerful on Skyscraper. Skyscraper, one of the smaller maps in the game, so those Candelas earn you a lot of space really fast, and on a small map, that's really powerful. Blackbeard, yeah.
For some reason, I thought you were going to be like, Ying, a really small operator. I was like, what? Where
No.
are you going with this?
I believe the lore accurate small operator is Mozzie, to be honest, but I think Mozzie's like 5'4" or something.
Yeah. Okay, so Fenner's
So, yeah,
classic.
Blackbeard, with the new rework, you see a lot of Blackbeard banning. Personally, I kind of disagree with the way the rework was done, but we won't get into that right now because we got a map going on. Fenrir ban, very common, and the Mira ban from Texas A&M. So pretty standard slate of bans, I would say. Sometimes you'll see that Mira be like an Azami or a Cade or something of that nature, but pretty standard stuff for Skyscraper. Ooh, Vigil Warden combo. They're just gonna go cook early.
That's crazy. Harrington was like, you guys said no, Vigil for too long. I'm gonna take back the wheel.
Exactly. The Monty looks like from Texas A&M, so
Protect your bombs from being defused
shields
by
out
attackers.
early on Skyscraper, or they'll repick off of it. Yep, that's allowed, but honestly,
Yeah,
one of the best changes in the history of this game is attacker repick. Credit to Ubisoft where it's due for that one.
Reinforcing wall!
Yeah.
Reloading!
The other greatest change they made was having reinforcements be a pool of 10 instead of every player getting 2.
Oh my god, that was the worst.
Genuinely old Siege players, when you remind them that there wasn't a reinforcement pool, are just like, oh
10
no.
seconds left.
Yeah, when I first started playing, I didn't even know I was supposed to be
5
doing
seconds
shit like
left
that.
before
Right?
So.
Exactly. It's just like,
It's
I didn't know. Nobody told me.
Locate a bomb and defuse it.
Very,
that was a
oh, they're bringing it back actually a little bit now. I was gonna say very extended hold here, but looks like it will be 2 insight and then.
Oh, Vigil. Stop going. Stop being.
Okay,
Stop.
that's aggressive. Pulls out the Kia. All chat, that's crazy. Kill comes out. Okay, never mind.
Setting hard breach.
I like these Texas A&M guys. They're my favorite opponents so far.
Yeah, they've been good sports.
I'm out! Gotta reload! Stay behind me.
We are not going to be able to spectate Spirit Fox because of this bug that Ubi has right now.
Mag is ready. Let them come.
And my numbers will be one off, so forgive me if I spectate the wrong people here a little bit as I get used to that. Gotta love Ubisoft and the spectator view once again, but what can you do? Texas A&M gonna take this backside space over in Office and Saki and Exy, all that stuff there. Just kind of work their way over to where this map is cut in half around Mezzanine and Drum.
Reload!
Monty coming up early. This Warden is just tucked in the corner. It's a little bit ratty, but if you get that Monty to push, it could be very valuable.
Repulsion device
Malusi about to have a gunfight. I would love to spectate that for you, but I can't. And Fane is sneaking up the backside. Gets damage off onto the Deimos, but won't be able to make it stick. As Warden trying to hit that Monty. Looks like maybe he did get 1 bullet of damage, but looks like 1 is all. All the Montana State defenders flooding back to site here, saying, you know what, 70 seconds left in the round. We're numbers up. No need to be overly aggressive here.
Reload!
Exactly. This is looking really good. They have their last game top frag down. They just gotta hold good angles.
So true. Fainted firing shots over the Monty here. Gets a little extra damage with that impact. Very well placed. this very stacked up attack here, but looks like Relented will go down. Must have been off the gun of the Deimos here. I do think that's a safe res if they choose to pick him up. And Geisha pressure taken here, but bad. Gonna get one back.
Changing bags.
I tried to spectate that, press the 1 key. Ubisoft made that not work. Now targeted by the Deimos, they're gonna know that if she plays this bomb chassis angle, so she's gonna sit off of it for a minute. Now gonna swing up, look for one, gets one more, doesn't know. And what can Q do here late round? Has to just try and plant. Montana State gonna come in and clean that up. Spirit Fox doing the last bit of the job, and it's a first round win for Montana State. 1-0 to start our Skyscraper Map 2 off. You don't want to say a whole round can come down to an entry pick, but man, that early Vigil pick, while they're going, he's not bringing the Boss G, and then he pops out, has a kill, and they're like, okay, he's not bringing a Boss G, fair enough. I mean, I think that's fair. You know, I had the same question, to be completely honest. So
Attackers need to locate and defuse as many bombs as
On
they
the
can.
Mozzie is interesting too. The
yeah,
Roni.
looks like you will be bringing the Roni. That's a gun that you're happy with the Roni in your best fragger's hands. I think you love to see that, right? As Fainted has been a really strong fragger for this team for a couple seasons now. Why not just put a absolute shredder of a gun in his hands and see what he can do? Small clip size, but that's its only downside. So
The electrical is on.
as we
10
do
seconds
move
left
over
before
to the
insertion.
XE office, the exhibition office,
5
a lot
seconds
of places will shorten that exhibition call just to XE because it's faster. So if you hear us refer to that, that's why. So yeah, XE and office over here. Be interesting to see how the attack comes. Looks like it's going to be mostly backside pressure to start from Texas A&M. Try to get that sort of T karaoke black area pressure, or run around the outside of the map just to show me up. Do that too. Why am I only seeing 3 attackers? Am I crazy? No, we do have the other 2 over here. Okay, they were just still down in vents on the drones. Like, what, did we just have 2 disconnects and nothing happened, or?
Boss G with Doke.
Yep. It's powerful enough gun that you'll bring it instead of the Mark 14. That's pretty impressive. Early gunshots, think it was just onto the drone. Sorry, that's supposed to be Relented.
Swapping.
I think Relented's probably going to get your first contact here as you see... Actually, that's underneath him, isn't it? So, a lot of first floor space right now. And now they'll be coming up black. Looks like the Ash played by Dread here. Just letting that drone come out. Look for these defenders. I'm going to take some space here, and it might be Faint. It's time to get active. It was. But unfortunately, he goes down, and I'm sorry, I pressed the wrong number again, and down goes Relented. So 2 early picks for Texas A&M. A minute and a half left, and they've already got this down to a 5v3.
And they have the thermite too, so that ace isn't too hard of a...
Yeah, losing the
Further
ace,
than that.
not the end of the world when you also have this thermite to still open your breach.
Unfortunate, but they can pull it off still.
Probably here not going to be droned. I think the mute jammer will pick that off. Oh, no, they hop on over the house stairs, and it gets to him that way instead. So he is forced underneath here. Could nitro in. Will he blow it? Blows it, and does get a kill with it. So a 3v3 now. As I think that was Spirit Fox that picked up a kill. And this ace still on very low health. Ooh, but a frag comes out, kills Spirit Fox, so back to the 2v3. Cade under a lot of pressure, but swings himself out of it. But it is traded back off.
Attackers recovered the diffuser.
And Bravo in a 2v1 here. Plant going down.
15 seconds left. Attackers
Just
are
trying to
activating
bait out a little bit of aggression. And what will he find here? Might hear the one going back out the display window.
Oh. So close.
It's tough with the SMG-11. So few bullets. Great shot.
Nice.
And gets
Yes,
both.
Ooh, let's go.
But does he get to plant in time? He does. About 2 seconds to spare. A great 1v2 clutch from Bravo.
Disable the bomb diffuser.
Very well done, and it's going to be 2-0 for Montana State. I don't think he knew that that Ash was there. I think that was all flick.
Yeah, he just.
But that
No offense
SMG-11
to him.
shoots so fast. You can
It
get away
shoots
with
so
that.
fast, but he plays this game so much, you know? Like, he
Right.
just. There's a reflex now, which is good.
Yeah, you just instinct. Panic flick.
Yeah.
Sometimes your best shots are your panic flicks.
Yeah.
I know mine are. So with both the primary and secondary site on that top floor being won here by Montana State, they're going to go down to Barbecue Kitchen. Barbecue Kitchen, my voice wants to say, apparently. But yeah, this Barbecue Kitchen site, usually you see this held with 3, sometimes even 4 roamers. So expect to see a lot of top floor action here, even though the bomb chassis are down on the first floor. See a lot of top floor setup going on here between the Vigil, the Legion, and this Valk.
10 seconds
Very
left
roam
before
heavy.
insertion. 5 seconds remaining.
3 assists already for Relented. Hasn't made a kill stick,
Attackers
but
must locate and defuse
sure
the
getting
bomb.
the assist rack up early.
Target detected! Secure the wall!
Looks like Fainted just thinking about being aggressive on that early run out, decides not to go for it. Or does he have a second one prepped? He is going to hit this barricade over here, so has to make the decision on whether he wants to be active or not. He is going to be droned, so that'll probably be his cue to fall back. He looks like he's still thinking about it, though. Sees another drone. And now he will get out. Maybe. Now he will get out. Okay. That's going to leave no damage going out, but a lot of bullets coming out here. Relented just safely tucked behind this dragon statue, just hoping for something here. Is going to be droned. Ooh, Fainted picked off a very clean shot, just basing that off the sound. Relented getting the down. Now has to back off because of the breach. Gonna be a little bit trapped in this corner. And that nade's gonna push him out. And yeah, not much you can do there as the nades fly. So a 5v3 again for Texas A&M. We saw this last round as well. They weren't able to make that one stick, but a little more map control this time to work with. We see the Valk get targeted by the Deimos here. And Frost just picked off. Wow. Very good shot there as Valk goes underneath.
The attacker's bomb diffuser has been dropped. Attackers have recovered their diffuser. A bomb has been located.
Again, we are not able to spectate our smoke here, which would be very, very helpful right now. As you see this sledge just opening up all sorts of vertical coverage over him here. Bravo just waiting to figure out where that next gunfight's gonna come from.
My toxic babes are in position.
Smoke gonna come out underneath the hatch here. And Texas A&M are just rushing down the black stairs here. Let's see what they find. Deimos track comes out. And, oh, very nice shot through the soft wall. but it will be traded out.
10 seconds
Spirit
left.
gets one back, and now we are able to spectate him with that kill.
5 seconds
Ooh,
left.
very close there. Oh, and just didn't know where that plant cover was. Maybe you tried to Mossberg through the soft wall there, but didn't think he could pull that off, so goes for the through the door play, but Texas A&M has that covered. It'll be 2-1 for Montana State now.
Okay, let's see where they go now. Karaoke again.
Yep, back to the top floor. Probably the only site that we've seen be a somewhat convincing round so far. I think both of these have come down to very close situations, these last two rounds. That first round, a little bit cleaner from Montana State. I think they still had 3 bodies up when it ended, and it was one of those 0-second plants that's never going to stick. So very well organized the last time, but does look like just a slightly different setup this time. So rather than the Vigil and the Warden, a Smoke and a Legion brought instead. Also an Echo and a Wamai. So very different setup. Be interesting to see what Montana State goes for here. You see a lot of that setup focusing over on this XE office side by the Smoke, by the Legion. He's going to just prep that run out again. Got to make him nervous about it. Actually, maybe not a prepped run out this time. Looks like maybe footholes all the way across, and he'll prep that run out in Saki instead. So very dangerous area for these attackers to play around. Does look like it will be this kind of backside take, although some early geisha pressure here applied with this thermite charge. It is going to blow. They're just going to back off of it for the time being. And Fane maybe looking to get aggressive here. And does, and he's going to pick off the Monty. That's a big, big pick. As I think my co-cast may be muted again. And
I'm
yeah,
not muted.
no worries. Fainted, just gonna shoot a couple drones after that pick. Fall back, play in this dragon area. Ash definitely on the hunt to come find him here, though. Ooh, he almost picked one off outside there too. But just says, you know what? We're one player up. We've killed some good time. I think it's time to get out of here. And he's gonna fall back into that mezzanine area. Go could be looking to drone herself in here, it looks like. Probably wary of the Legion that just took down her Monty. Finds the smoke. 2 drones back in that area now. Smoke gonna lose that shield. Is gonna take... Wow, what a fight. And looks like relented. Coming out on the right side of that. He's just gonna tuck into this little mez area here. And he has the drop if he needs it, but he's looking to take another fight still. Thermite walking into Geisha here. And it's the Ash behind him that actually gets the pick.
Yeah, Brett is just on fire tonight, unfortunately.
A very good shot by Fainted in the sight. Looking for this last one. Knows he's there. Picks it off. Round win. A very good round from Fainted there. Handy little 3K if you don't mind, including the Monty pick early in the round to start it off. And 3-1 Montana State. So we will go back over to XE Office now. The really just the main secondary site. There's a pretty set rotation for most teams on Skyscraper. You play your T Karaoke, then you play your XE Office, then you play your Kitchen Barbecue. If you lose one, you just repeat. It's easier that way. So 3-1 here for Montana State, and looks like Again, a slightly different setup to the one that they won their last XE office round with. So you're going to see the castle come out this time. It'll be interesting to see what the plan is there.
Bomb located by attackers. 10 seconds remaining.
Early signs so far, it's really been Bravo.
5
Just
seconds to go.
Bravo and Fainted with that 3K in the last round, but the couple rounds before, Bravo had that really nice 1v2 clutch, and he's just been grabbing a couple kills here and there. Seems like every round, keeping Montana State kind of always just that arm's length ahead of these Texas A&M attacks. As we get going here, looks like it's going to be towards T Karaoke side for this early pressure once again. Ash going to open her way into that geisha room there. In fast, right behind this drone. Going to open up that castle barricade as well. Ooh, we had just a little bit of a lag hiccup there, I think. Sorry if that affected the stream.
Really big fucking hole coming right up. My gun dealer is on. Selma sequence activated.
Sounds like an ace breach coming out onto the drum wall.
Ooh. Ah, nice try with the nitro.
That is gonna rip that second ace charge off though, so that it's not a movable hole. It's just the head hole. So that nitro is still doing something. You hear that second ace canister come out, and now they are gonna get that pick. Relented under a lot of pressure, and he is cut down. So 5v3 again here for Texas A&M. They've had 2 of these already. They split those rounds 1 and 1. Plenty of time to set up this execute, get exactly what they want. The ace on very low health, down to about 20 health, so 1 bullet should knock him down.
Attackers dropped the diffuser.
And there is that 1 bullet. It's a slug from the TCSG of Bad. And yeah, that'll just be a straight kill. TCSG's such a powerful gun. As you see, he's going to hunt for another one here from behind this Saki bar.
Still taking their cams.
Oh,
Going to be pushed out with that nade, but it's not going to do any damage.
Attackers have recovered their
They're
diffuser.
close on his door here. Does he know? It's right on that drum door. 30 seconds left. He's been tracked by the Deimos now, so a time where he's probably gonna have to get just a little bit active. Decides not to. Sits back. Fires 1 slug. Doesn't make it stick.
oh,
And just
unfortunate.
timed up on the reload, unfortunately, as Texas A&M flooding into the site. Just too many bodies for the 3 remaining defenders of Montana State to deal with. Makes it 3-2.
Yeah, let's see what they do. Doing it a 3rd time now. I really think that a refresh might do them well, but
I think, yeah, you're going into your last defensive round here. You can't go back to T Karaoke. This is one of those cases where
Protect your bombs
I
from
think
being
if you had
defused
2
by
rounds
attackers.
left, you play your kitchen barbecue before you come back. But I think with only 1 round left, you decide, you know, this is our better site. We're going to go back to that original setup we had, and we're going to run that, see if we can get a little more value out of it that way. Because, I mean, you did kill a decent amount of time there, right? So even though you ended up into a 5v3, you still pushed them to about that 20-second point left in the round. So if you can, you know, keep 1 extra body up, maybe you're in with a chance. So
10 seconds to go.
the frost
5
is going to be
seconds
helpful
remaining.
too if we want to stay closer to site.
true.
Attackers' objective is to locate a bomb and defuse it.
Fainted brought the boss G2 instead of the Kia.
He did. And early spawn peak, but he's out on an island. He's going to be downed. And Mute is going to come running all the way for him, but I don't know if he'll get there as the nade finishes him off. Yep, so does burn out a nade, and that Ash very low health.
I wonder if they even know that the Ash is that low. Hopefully they do.
I bet Fana knows he hit that shot. I'd be surprised if he didn't.
Loading new mag.
As Breach goes up onto the admin single, up on the top right side of your screen there by the mute.
Where did Valente put his shield? Did he bring a shield this game?
I don't see the shield. It is somewhere. Let's pop into his view, see if it is around him, and we're just not seeing it.
It doesn't matter. I'm just
Yeah,
distracted.
who knows? Who knows? It's somewhere. It says he's placed it. Maybe he just got ashed off. Maybe he had it on this statue here. We missed that in the
Bomb
midst of
located
following
by
our
attackers.
down.
Yeah.
Oh no, it's literally right here. We're just blind. Never mind. Hello. I do
bad.
think he'll be droned out here. He definitely was. Ash charge onto the shield. Goes for the aggressive
Oh,
swing
nice.
on the shrine window and gets the pick. Very aggressive but well played decision by Relented. Ooh, Bad taking a lot of damage. Not sure where that came from. They know he's tucked back in on this Saki bar. As Relented has gotten himself out of that tight position he was in. So back into the site. Nitro comes out from Bad. We see that nade again. Just a little bit overthrown.
Yeah, they really are utilizing their nades.
Yeah, strong piece of util that they're using well. Spirit Fox probably saving Bad's life there from that Deimos, to be completely honest. And Relented picking up another.
Nice job, Valente.
Changing mags.
Dokkaebi on this boss G here, gonna ring the phones, try to get some intel out of it. And what will she find? Knows Relented is here, grabs that pick, and pulls out the boss G and grabs the pick onto Bad. Nitro comes out, a quick triple kill for Q. And that leaves just Spirit Fox with all left to do, and that's not gonna be easy in a 2v1. They'll make it 3-3, an even split half between Montana State and Texas A&M here on Skyscraper.
That was just crazy, just knowledge about where people would be.
Yeah, the
Unfortunately,
Dokkaebi
unpredictable, but
just ripped all of those off one by one. It was like bang, Relented, bang, Bad, bang, Bravo. Oh, well, okay, it was a 2v4, now it's a 2v1. That's cool. Be interesting to see what Montana State has in store for these early attacks. Definitely, this is one of those ones where you don't want to go down 2 rounds anymore, right? So you had your 3-1 lead. It's like if you were to lose your first 2, all the momentum is in the hands of Texas A&M. So you don't want that. You want to get one of these first 2 attacks, get yourself to at least 4-4, and it's much easier to work from there instead of just climb yourself out of that 5-3 hole. Will be T Karaoke. We talked about that being just kind of the default primary site, and somewhat similar to the way Montana State was setting things up. They will have a fair bit of setup going towards that XE office side, and looks like some geisha pressure as well. So kind of similar. You see they've opened up some holes in the floor over here in that exhibition area, but overall, same ideas, same concepts, just executed slightly differently. Looks like Montana State will be headed to that backside early with the blitz. So interesting. Probably just going to try to use this for the roam clear again. We saw it on the 1 round on Lair. They played very well off of this blitz. Be interesting to see what they get out of it here as they go for this XE office control.
pretty interesting lineup here with the Sentry.
Yeah, we saw that can opener from the Sentry go onto the castle barricade here on the terrace window. Did he get a bullet of damage off? Doesn't look like it. Was close.
Very obvious that the team is still figuring out, not roles necessarily, but just how they're interacting with each other.
Legion's shield is gone here with that frag. Here comes the blitz. Very aggressive play. Legion gonna drop, but they find a pick up top still. So Legion gets out, his teammate dies instead. Blitz might have just flashed 2 there, but cut down instead, and Fainted gonna be cut down by Dread as well.
A little bit of a delay. If they had just been a little bit closer together, they would have pulled that off.
And now into a 2v4 for Montana State here, as Bad cut down. A lot of work to be done here for this attack from Montana State. We see Bravo and Spirit just taking their time here. Not super worried about things just yet.
A bomb has been located.
Bravo looking for the gunfight in towards Geisha here. Not able to find it. Frost's gonna blow that Goyo, so Spirit's not gonna be able to get through on that side. Gonna have to rotate around here across these head holes,
Drop the diffuser.
and he will be cut down by the
15 seconds to
Legion.
go.
So 1v4, and that kill likely to be traded out. Not quite yet, but the Nitro will finish it off. First defensive round does go to Texas A&M.
Zombie's super powerful on this map, unfortunately.
Yep.
Audio Kobe on that is crazy.
I just launched that Nitro. I was from way downtown.
Defenders, protect your bombs from being defused by attackers.
Alright, so over to this XE office site. Do we need to say it again? There's a basic site rotation. You go T karaoke, you go XE office. If you win both, you go downstairs. So like I just said before that last round, I really think this is one you don't want to go down 2 rounds. I think this is a very, very, very crucial round here for Montana State. 5-3, very tough to recover, because it's like, okay, now you got to win. If you want to avoid overtime, you have to win basically 4-0, right?
5
If
seconds.
you want overtime, 3-1 will do. But 2-2, you're done.
Attackers
Here,
are moving out
you
to
know,
locate a bomb.
you split it 3-3 and you win your 3 first, you still get overtime. So not so bad necessarily, or 3-2 I guess, right? But that's a much easier to do than a 3-1 or a 4-0. So very crucial round here for Montana State.
Keep us strikes true.
Attackers have recovered their diffuser.
Double hard breach setup, it looks like, for Montana State as well. Fainted on that ace. Not a role we've seen him take a lot in recent games, but be interesting to see how that goes here.
We are now protected.
Looks like there's going to be big stack up on this XE and on this office side, with just Fainted getting in on the ace on this back side. That should have been Fainted. Okay, sorry. The numbers are still throwing me off. You just don't get used to that after you've used this for a while.
Yeah.
Looks like Fainted not going to find anything here early. We got the buck underneath, played by Relented here, just so that when they do want to go for that wall,
Attackers
you
have
just
located
buck
a bomb.
underneath here and no bandit trick for you. You see that breach go off. Fainted gonna work his way up the black stairs here. Very bunkered up hold now for Texas A&M. Although Frost extending back out a little bit here. A little bit of a lull here mid-round. As more butt goes below.
Activated. Target activated.
We might get our first gunfight of the round here.
Loading new mag.
Nope, still gonna back off. So 45 seconds left in the round. We're yet to see any damage come out, which is definitely a different kind of round. Now we see just a little bit of a scare as Castle actually picks one up. Thought that was gonna be on the fainted. It wasn't.
Setting up recon drone.
Ooh, hit angle there.
A very tight angle indeed. Yeah. Castle just gonna stick back in this corner, but fainted gets the pick onto the Frost. 3v3 now, but now a 2v3 is that Castle on the backside gets that pick.
10 seconds left.
Castle with it all to do now, 2v1. Plant is going down.
Attackers are activating the bomb diffuser.
So post-plant situation here, 2v1, or 1v2 I should say, for this Castle, and he's on very low health, lower than either of these Montana State operators. He is going to get the first kill on 2 fainted, but 25 seconds left. He might 7 seconds to defuse, so in effect, this is about 10 seconds for him to work with. He's going to try to long arm it here. Will Bravo be able to pick him off of it? He will not, and the defuse sticks. Bravo just a second late on the rotation, and that's going to be a round win for Texas A&M, and it's that 5-3 hole that we talked about. That a very close round though, so you'd think if they can win this next one, you get them back, you make that plant stick, you get the post plant right. Not all hope is lost, but this is tougher than if you make that round stick for sure. It will be that barbecue kitchen site downstairs if the game loads us in.
Attackers need to
There we
locate
go.
and defuse bombs.
See here, this is the rhythm that we saw in that first half too, right? Where Montana State won the first 2, then they lose 1, then they get 1 back. So if you see that here, we'd end up at 6-4, and then Montana State would have to do what Texas A&M did and win those last 2 attacks to drag it to 6-6. Still very much in play here, but definitely a little bit of an uphill climb for Montana State.
10 seconds left before insertion. 5 seconds left. Attackers are heading out to defuse a bomb.
New feed active. Target located.
An IQ brought by Montana State here. Interesting. So, not exactly sure what they're looking for, but it will counter the Valk cams here quite nicely. So there's a little bonus for that. You see he's got that scanner out early, just kind of trying to find those spots.
Spotted a wall reinforced.
Activating gamma.
Keep up position.
Recharge set.
Moving that. Deployed.
Gonna drone out this mute. Knows he's there. Mute probably not gonna let that be a gunfight that gets taken here, I wouldn't think. Montana State starting to flood into this geisha room here, but Relented does go down on the backside, so it's a 4v5 now. Still plenty of time, and they do have... Oh, very nice shot from the Castle there. We still cannot spectate Spirit Fox. It's very annoying. We'll spectate the Castle to see if this gunfight gets taken again. It does, and Spirit Fox with a clean headshot, but it's traded out once again.
Deploying nitro cell.
And finished off by the Vigil. And now fainted with it all to do here. 1v4 and about a sniff of health left. Gets it down, finishes it off. 1v3 though, and on that low health, that's going to be a very tough play to make for Fainted.
We're protected. Easy for them.
Takes a quick check on the scanner. 30 seconds left in the round now to make something happen. Not going to be a lot of intel, unfortunately, with these players dead. And there's the headshot from Gorgony on the Azami to make it 6-3 and match point for Texas A&M. With the full site
Karaoke tea
rotation.
again.
Yep, with the full site rotation complete, they will be going back to karaoke tea.
It's gonna be interesting to see what happens. I like the blitz in the Osa though. That's kind of nice.
Yeah, we saw that blitz last time. And I think maybe just got a little out in front of the shield, as we say, but right, kind of got out in a situation where I'm a blitz, but there's two people in front of me, so I flash one and then the other one taps me in the head. But you can avoid that. We saw, like on Lair, that last attacking round that Montana State had on Lair, that blitz rush was very effective. So just kind of matters what you do with it. Always a viable operator in the right hands.
10 seconds remaining. 5 seconds left before insertion.
Looks like the blitz gonna switch to... Nope, not gonna switch. Sticks with the blitz. Okay.
Attackers must
Thought about
locate
switching to a
and
Monty,
defuse the
but
bomb.
changed it back.
New feed active.
Interesting to see if they're looking to just go fast and take up black here. Is that the plan? Looks like there'll still be just a little bit of backside pressure still, but... See these Flores drones come out from Fainted. Gonna rip both the castle barricade and the Goyo there, so a little 2-for-1 action on that Flores drone.
Loading mag! Deploying Selma! Giving them a shot.
Here's a defender punching the castle barricade, but the Goyo leaves. A lot of play happening around this Osa shield right now. They're able to melee it and crack that glass. Not sure how much that matters here, but definitely better than leaving it open still. The Legion gonna take some damage though. Aggressive peek. And Relented finding a pick on the blitz underneath. 5v4 for Montana State. And now a 5v3 as Bravo picks up a shot from way downtown. He was outside the geisha window still and just caught him through those head holes. And an attack so far looking good for Montana State. Just a little bit of a reset here as their numbers up. Gonna see that Goyo just holding people out a little bit. Bad takes some damage to run through it. Ooh, Q with a very nice shot onto Spirit Fox.
Bomb located
Bad
by
goes
attackers.
down, but the Blitz is flying through to chase Valkyrie here. Gonna let you here see it. At least Goyo in a 1v3 as we got a big flurry of gunfights right there. 60, not a lot of intel, thinks there might still be one geisha.
Attackers are activating.
Not able to grab the planter, and now that Blitz is just gonna sit on that shield. Say, nope, don't come closer. Actually, he's not. He's left. Okay. And the
Nice.
Blitz dies, but traded out well. Montana State with their first attack win of Skyscraper to make it 6-4. They need 2 more to force overtime. Does look like Texas A&M gonna replay that site, and looks like Montana State gonna go for pretty much the same thing. I don't think they'll bring the blitz and the Monty. I think one of those will switch off here.
Defenders,
But
protect your bombs
definitely
from
looking for
by
that
attackers.
shield play again. It can be very powerful on Skyscraper. Like we said, it's a small map, so you take a little bit of space, you want to be absolutely sure you hold it. Shield is a very effective way to do that and to push people out of that space in the first place.
Wall secured.
Looks like the Blitz is going to swap off to a Nuck and Lion to a Nomad. Interesting. Okay, so no shield play after all. Okay. We talk about the shields, and then they're like, nah, no thanks.
Everybody's
10 seconds
switching.
left
What's
before
going on? Capital, Sofia.
I'm guessing what happened here is the expectation was for them to move on to the next site. So Montana State thinking, oh, they're going to go XE office, let's run our shield push over there. And then when they see this T Karaoke saying, okay, we just ran the shield push here, we don't want to run it again, we think that's a little predictable, and swapping off to something different.
Ready. Shoot it if you need it. Loading new mag.
Visual a little bit on an island over here on the roam.
Reloading. Perimeter secured.
Droned out early, they're going to hear that Boss G shot. Does find that drone. Goyo now helping him as Vigil runs back. There's going to be 3 people stacked up in this mid area. It's going to make it tough for Montana State to push through.
Reloading.
Looking for this very long angle is relented. Not sure he's going to find anything there. See that firebolt go out towards the drum area. Castle just tucked in with the super shorty here. They find the drone. He is taking a little bit of damage from that Capitao firebolt. Oh, but Azami comes around to assist, picks off Relented, takes some damage for it, but gets some off onto Fainted as well. Great shot by Fainted to make that kill stick. Bravo getting a kill on the far side as well. Q on the Legion here, looking to swing this Azami barricade again, but that air jab gonna go out. He shoots it off. What will Bad find here on this peak? Not much just yet. 30 seconds left. MSU a player up, but not anymore as Bad goes down. Oh, there we go.
Reloading.
Attackers have located a bomb. 15 seconds to go.
10 seconds left for Montana State here.
10 seconds remaining. Attackers drop the bomb.
And the defuser down. 2v2, but it's going to be all on Bravo and a 2-second push. He gets one, but he can't get the other, and that is our match. Texas A&M taking Skyscraper 7-4. A 2-0 win for Texas A&M. 7-3 on Lair, 7-4 on Skyscraper. Any final thoughts?
Definitely an improvement from last week's game. Way more balanced.
Yeah, a very just overall balanced game. I think very competitive. You had a ton of those rounds that came down to one-on-ones and late game scenarios, but in the end, not able to make enough of those stick tonight, and so it is MSU falling to 0-2. Texas A&M moving to 1-1. Hopefully, we will be back next week on Friday for some more R6 action. We'll see you then.